It's Wednesday morning, I've just gone through Newark on the way down to Bailey Trailers. Michael's invited me to go down there and sit with his nephew that does the designs for the trailers. We've got a few ideas of what we'd like to put on our new loader. So yeah, really kindly said that it gives the time for me to come over, put those designs together, sort of get our heads together of what they think will work, what I'd like. So that's quite exciting to get the opportunity to try and design our perfect trailer. And then we're going on from there to pick up a fuel tank found on an online auction platform, a fuel tank for sale. When I rang up and sort of inquired about it, it turns out it's Michael and Michelle at GCS. You'll probably see their channel. So we got chatting and yeah, going to pick up a new fuel tank, some connections, bits and bats, pump and stuff. So we want to increase the fuel capacity that we've got at the yard. And then while we're there, we sort of got, well, when I was on the phone to him, we got chatting about the whole concept of YouTube and thinking of doing something with that, and they were really supportive. So I asked Michelle if it would be okay if we could spend a bit of time together later on after we've come over for the tank and show the first bits of footage that we've done, get their opinions, get their thoughts, hopefully pick their brains. So yeah, Michelle and Michael have kind of said they give some time for that, so we're going to go out for dinner tonight, I think, and just chew the fat over what we should be doing and how we can improve the footage we've got so far, and take the videos forward. So really, really, really grateful for Michael and Michelle. That's really kind of them to offer some support, helping us launch our new channel. So we'll probably get some footage hopefully over at GCS later on. So keep going now, about half an hour away from Bailey. Stop and get a coffee in a moment, and that's going to be an exciting time. I'll catch you all in a bit. Well, it's taken just about 3 hours to get across, so we're just turning up now at Bailey Trailers. Never been down here before. Wow. Wow, it's massive. I had no anticipation of God, there's trailers everywhere. Oh, this is going to be great. So we've just got down to GCS Machinery. You can see it behind us here with Michael. So Michael said he'd come and have a few words on our channel and shows a little bit around his yard and what he does and what he's about. I know you all already know him, but it's a little bit of content for us.
Well, we are an agricultural... he's Rick's organised, he's got microphones. We are an primarily agricultural hire business, but we also hire into aviation, we hire into industry, we hire into construction. We're quite specialist in the fact that most of the stuff we hire are like agricultural tractors, agricultural trailers, agricultural telehandlers and associated equipment. Been in business now for nearly 40 years, quite some time. Feels an awful lot longer, I can assure you. But anyway, and we also buy and sell and trade agricultural and industrial machinery. Yeah, I think it's a good business. We meet great people, and we have an exceptional customer base and repeat business. So very, very lucky, and I feel very blessed that I have the business we have. But anyway, just going to show you around.
So with Michael now, I mean, absolutely blown away with his trailers. Like, it's just tidy, proper tidy kit. You'll see on our channel that we're building our wash bay at the moment because I'm horrified by the state of some of our kit. Sometimes the lads are bringing in, we can't wash it off properly. But I'm just walking through his yard now. This is just turned up, and I'll just show you some of this. Everything's clean, tidy, ready to go. If you're looking for tractors, telehandlers, trailers, it's just all here. Blown away with his yard. Makes me very, very jealous of how our stuff looks. I mean, that's in, ready to go. New Holland T6, just happy to clean. Trailers, like what do you want? What colour do you want? What size do you want? I mean, that's just a few that are here clean, ready to go. There's a field full. Michael is your man for Bowsers and trailers. Blown away. Inspiring for our little business to come and see, what a proper job looks like. Ready for servicing, workshops, proper time. It's given me as to what we can do at our yard, how we can make what we do tidier, better. Yeah, proper top job. Thanks very much for your time, Michael.
No, thank you very much, thank you.
So today, I've got my best hoodie on, my second best hoodie. I'm going to paint a tank. Not this tank, this tank. Did you like the colour?
It's good, nice.
So what do you reckon, right? I mean, it's going to take years to get there, but if we get like, what, 30,000 subscribers, do we paint one of the John Deere's this colour? I think it would look cool. Yellow wheels, charcoal grey.
Yeah.
I mean,
It makes it worse.
we're a long way off getting 30,000 views. This will be decades. But I reckon 30,000 subscribers, we paint a John Deere this colour. That's miles better than black.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hope everyone's well. What a lovely morning it is today. We're just over other side of Chester at the minute. Just about to go and move 13-ton digger from one site to another. It's only a small move. We're going to head. Just come down to move the tractor. Now I'm just going to put the digger onto the low loader, shunt that over there, and I'm going to come back to this site and carry on with some fencing. The lads will have turned up by then.
Just got to site. We're working in Tarpley today. We're doing a forestry, Agri-Forestry project for a client. I'll just show you the field quickly, or the first field. So this is unimproved grassland, and the idea is that we're going to, over the course of the summer, well, starting now with tree planting, and then over the course of the summer we're going to do a grassland restoration for wildflowers. So first job is just prepping for where the tree planting is going to go in rows to the Agri-Forestry. We're using a new tractor, so we're on the 215, and we're going to disc. With a new set of discs, we've had a Swift Disc XM4000. These are new to us this time. They're a 23, I think they were built in 23, they're almost new. A friend had these for a project he was working on over in Norfolk, and they've decided to go to a 6 metre set. 4 metres is plenty big enough for what we use. So hopefully these will do a good job. We demoed a different make last year, but it only weighed about a tonne, and we found that it was just too light for going straight into the grassland for these sort of projects. This weighs like nearly 3 tonne. Arguably, weight block is too light. We've got an 1100 Deere weight block on the front, or 1150. That needs uprating. It was a little bit light on the front end getting here today, so it's going to go real steady. So we're going to look out for a new weight block for when we're running this tackle. I like to try and balance the weight blocks for the kit behind and not run too much on the front axles. But yeah, we definitely need in the market for a heavier weight block. Paul dropped off the Attache yesterday. We've got a pond on site to restore as well, so we'll be doing that next week. So you can see now we've just set up this field, running these 4 metre passes with 30 metre spacings, or 30 metre centres across the field. So we've got these strips set in now. So we've got like 25 metres, 26 metres in between the 4 metre strips. They're running parallel to that hedge on a curved AB line. And then what we're going to do, come back on Monday, we'll power harrow these strips, and they'll be the lines that the trees get planted into. So it'll just help reduce compaction, just lifting that ground up, get a bit of air into it, gives us somewhere to plant into, and hopefully a better root zone. But it's worked quite well. It's been a bit wet in places, but that's just one pass. It's ripped up that sward quite nicely, and that'll power harrow down nicely next week. Just got a client over there now, just measuring and making sure that we're parallel. Yeah, I fully trust the GPS. So he looks pretty happy and there's a big thumbs up as well. So that's it over here. We've done 3 of the fields all the same. It's all pretty much of a muchness. So 30 metre centres, 4 metre widths. So we'll get this packed up. I think we might have a little bit of disking to do back home to try and dry some ground out, ready for a reseed. We'll get back on that, and we'll be back in here on Monday, power harrowing, and we've got a pond to clean out here as well. So the attach has been dropped off last week, so got a little bit of willow to take out, and then a pond reprofile while we're on site. Happy days. So we're back on the Agri-Forestry scheme, the power harrow. So we're in the HR 4004 Coon folding power harrow. We've had this one for a couple of seasons now. Added it to the fleet from a 3 metre, which we've also got. Loving the 4 metre one. It's a bit easier on transport, folding up a little bit narrower than the 3 metre sits on the tractor, so it's nice for getting to sites. And obviously get on a bit harder when you're here. So we've got a new set of tyres for those, although they're not bad at the moment. I think we'll leave those for the time being. So you can see this disking that we did end of last week. Really pleased. We're so lucky with the weather. The top's just drying out a bit. It's still moist, don't get me wrong. There's quite a lot of dampness in there, but it's just that bit of sun and wind over the weekend that's really helped us. So pleased with that. It's working down nicely. So it's not a fine seed bed. It's not, we're not seeding it. It's just about creating that root prep area for the woodland planting that's going in. A quick look where it's just gone now. So yeah, that's just breaking that up. It's just helping break that up to get into where the roots will go. We still want that moisture in the ground, but it'll just help the tree roots get in there a bit better, make it easier for planting. So we're working that down to about 6 inches. Once that packer roll is just firming it up nicely. Just noticing on this damp ground, you can see how it's leaving that line down the centre. Just here, you just see that there. So the gap in between the packer roller, don't notice it as much when the conditions are proper for your drilling. It seems to break more, but just whether there's any way of tightening that gap up there at all. Don't know, let us know in the comments if there's a way. Or just noticing there is actually a leg here. I don't know whether is that just a scraper? Not sure about that, that looks like it's positionable. I think that scraper can come down in between. Maybe that'll just eradicate that line. Don't know, let us know in the comments if so this is relatively new to us, we don't do that much power harrowing. If you know any a way of just eradicating that line a little bit more, if that little leg does just want dropping down, whether that'll catch a bit in this damper conditions or whether that'll improve, don't know. Please let me know. But yeah, we've got the three different fields there where we're putting these lines in. We'll go and work those today, and then plants are all turning up from the nursery tomorrow, so hopefully the lads will be out later this week to get finished planting. That time of year now, spring's getting in the air. It is sort of end of planting season now. We've got another couple of 3 weeks, but spring feels like it's in the air, although I know the forecast is it's going to be colder tomorrow and later on in the week, so we'll be alright getting them in now. Just need to get on with it. See you in a bit. So what we've got on this now, probably take measure down underneath, let's just check that. So on the 4 metre row, we're going to plant a row, 2 rows of trees, 1.5 metres apart. That's going to give us a buffer to the edge, so that when we put the fence line in, stock can't reach over the fence and get to the trees. And then the spacings of the trees along each row, there'll be 2 staggered rows, each tree 3 metres apart, and that'll give plenty of growing room. Stock won't be able to reach over when we put the fence lines up to the sides. Job's good. Sun's shining now, so we better get cracking because spring is definitely in the air. So I thought we'd just show you the guards we're using today. So these are a biodegradable guard. We often use either a tree shelter, which is plastic band at the bottom and then mesh above, which lets a bit of wind through. They're a shelter we've used for a long time that we're really happy with. Or we'll be using normally on hedge planting clear spirals like you saw in one of the other videos, out like little greenhouses. So as we're trying to move the world away from plastics, these are an alternative solution. I'm not sure who makes them. I think it's a hemp based with natural resins. So as you can see, they kind of look nice in the landscape. So just sort of turn around, you can see up the lines there into the distance. You know, they're not offensive in the landscape. As I say, we've not used these before. Our clients provided them. We'll see how they go. Be interesting to see how they go. The trouble is it's difficult to compare if you're not on like-for-like sites. You'll see in that last video where that hedge planting had gone up to 6 foot in 2 years. But that being well cared for, weed controlled, fertilised, on good soil conditions. So the fertility of the ground, aftercare, it all plays a part on how successful and how fast these things grow. So this can't be a direct comparison to that site. You know, there's lots of variables, not just the shelter we're using. But it will still be interesting to see how these go. They're fully biodegradable, it's a natural product. If they work going forward, then that's great, something we can really consider for different sites. I know that they are quite a lot more expensive. I haven't got the numbers on me. I know they are significantly more expensive than the plastic alternatives, but these are plastic free. So it's nice to try them. I think what we'll probably try and do next planting season is on a site, utilise maybe 3 or 4 different types of guards and just have another go at trialling the different guards and tree growth of the same species in the same soil conditions with the same aftercare, just to get a true reflection of what's performing and what makes best sense. Really open-minded to using the biodegradable stuff and moving away from plastic, but equally we need to make sure that the plants are doing as well and we're getting that carbon captured from the growing trees because we're not getting losses. So I'm not suggesting that that's the case with these. All I mean is just we've got to be open-minded to what we use site specifically. So there we go really. We'll get the rest of these guarded up, move on to the next part of the site. So we're in another part of this Agri-Forestry scheme. This is another one of the fields where we've put the strips in ready for planting. And we've got this little pond. So what the client would like us to do, just clean this out and let a little bit more light in. So as you can see, we've got this big sallow that's growing over. Well, obviously when that all comes into leaf, that's really overshading the pond. So it's restricting any aquatic growth at this end of the pond. So we're going to trim that one back, coppice that off on that side. You can see we've got quite a lot of reed mace, soft rush at this end of the pond. Some great habitat there. So what we're planning on doing is trying to get a little bit more of that, improve the water quality by letting that light in. We'll take that sallow down now. We'll pull that out ready for chipping next time we're here when we bring the chipper over. Take this bit of fencing out, reprofile the bank along this side so there's a shallower gradient where it transitions from the field into the pond. And then we're going to utilise some of the reed mace and rush on this section to heal into the margins along this bank, so it helps colonise and naturalise that quickly. So it should improve the water quality and improve the habitat for amphibians going forward. So that's where we are now. Well, that went really well. There wasn't a great deal of sludge in the bottom of there. We pulled what we could reach out. There's still a great depth of water there, probably over 8 foot. So we created that bank or shelf on the bank on the far side, translocated some of the reed mace, as I said. Not wanting to heal it in too much. There could be aquatics in there now or amphibians in there now this time of year breeding or starting to think about breeding. So don't want to go too heavy on the vegetative spoil from around the edges, so we just laid those down quite gently. along that margin so they can colonise that. We shouldn't get too much encroachment into the pond from the reed mason rush, which is the depth of the pond, so that's really positive. Letting all that light in there, I think that went really well. Just thought I'd show you this while I'm going back to the machine. I found this old gate post in the hedge. It's an ancient hedgerow. Look at that for a gate post. Damn great piece of stone. I think that's a proper job. You can see all the old ironwork in there. Gate's long rotted away. The bottom hinge. I mean, that's got some age to it, hasn't it? Imagine how many wooden gate posts have rotted off in the time that's been there. The old boy's proper made a job of it. You wouldn't have thrown that on your shoulder and dropped it in the hole, would you? I mean, that's cracking. Lovely to find old bits of relics. Amazing what the old boy's got up to.